Hello everybody, I've actually never done this type of vlog style video before, so I don't even know how to begin. So welcome to Season 1, Episode 1, Series 1 of my weekly vlog here in Japan. Now, stay with me because there's a few reasons why I'm going to be doing this weekly vlog style video. Now, I actually have a list of stuff that I want to talk about today. Now, this is I'm just standing on some steps here, not too far from where I live, and I usually go for a walk in the afternoons most days, sometimes for a run, sometimes for a walk, and I just thought that I'd start making a weekly vlog style video like this. This is pretty much going to be mostly unedited, because the reason why I'm doing this is, one, to inform you guys about what's happening in Japan, because that's the reason why you've subscribed to this channel and why you watch these videos, because it's more about Japan related content, not about me. But number two, it is still going to be a little bit about me and about my journey going through, well, living in Japan, one, and two, trying to make YouTube videos. Because I'm sure most of you guys know from the content that I've already put out, I've got less than 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not ashamed of that. And I'm quite proud of that, to be honest with you. And I've put about 25 videos or 25 videos out on YouTube so far, and there are other YouTube creators out there who do similar stuff to me. There's quite a few of them, to be honest with you, and that's a topic that I'm going to talk about today. And they've got tens of thousands of subscribers, and pretty much I think the reason why is because I've been told that I talk to you, or talk at you. I talk at you guys instead of I don't talk to you like you're actually there. Now, I need to try and build on my confidence talking to a GoPro, because it's the most bizarre thing. I don't know. I mean, if you guys make videos, or if you have any experience with making videos, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, I'm standing here in the middle of a field, holding a GoPro with a big microphone attached to it, and that makes me a little bit shy and a little bit nervous, especially when I'm out in public. I'm not even out in public and I'm still a little bit nervous doing this, but this is why I want to try and make a weekly vlog style video, unedited thing, because then you guys can see hopefully the progress, hopefully I can see the progress, and we can just work on this together. So I'm going to be filling you guys in with a few different things in this vlog. So it's going to be things like why I'm making these vlog style videos. It'll be things like camera angles, like there's a few YouTubers that do these half an hour, 20-minute, hour vlog style things. Sometimes they're on motorbikes, sometimes they're on push bikes, sometimes the camera's in front of them like this and you can see behind them. Sometimes it's like this, and they're walking in the other direction. So I mean, I've got a car, I've got a push bike, so I can do a kind of driving vlog style, I can do a push bike vlog style, I can put the camera in front, behind. You guys can just tell me. I might just experiment over the next coming weeks with different styles, and you guys can just tell me what you think's good, what's not good. But first things first, let's just start walking together, and then I'll just start rambling. If you get bored, then I apologize, but please stay with me, because it would be great if you guys could just help me through this journey. Let's just begin. I'm just a dude with a GoPro. That's about the extent of my YouTube editing, videography knowledge. That's about it. Some dude with a camera who lives in Japan who absolutely loves it here. Let me start with lack of upload videos lately. Let me start with that. So firstly, don't know what's happening here, but that's pretty cool. Look how they just leave these things here, just overnight. Wow. There's no fence here, no nothing. Just jump on, give it a crack. I'm sure no one would really care, to be honest. But yeah, lack of videos. What I wanted to say about that was that I've had so many videos planned lately. A few weeks ago, I was planning, Sayori and I, we actually planned and booked a trip to Yamaguchi, but unfortunately, there was like torrential downfall. The rain was unstoppable. It was absolutely insane. Even where I am here, there was rain every single day, and for 2 weeks during the summer vacation, I didn't even go anywhere. Just stayed at home. So we had to cancel our trip. We were planning on going to Miyajima. I put all the stories on Instagram and things like that. Can't go, couldn't go, didn't go. So unfortunately, that's still in the works. That's still gonna happen. There's more videos coming. I'm currently filming and editing a driving in Japan video, because I can do that without having to travel anywhere. There are quite a few restrictions with things at the moment with COVID in Japan, so certain restaurants shut before a certain time, around 8 or 9 o'clock, so you can't stay out too late. You can't really drink too much at the moment. There are restrictions with drinking and things like that, how many people you can have in restaurants. So just being able to get access to places at the moment is really, really difficult. So, but fortunately for me, one of Sayori's friends has a sushi restaurant, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going and visiting him hopefully in the next month or so, and I'm going to try my best to try and film a how to make sushi properly video and how to eat sushi properly video, because I know that I don't want to promote other people's channels, but Vice, I think Vice Munchies or Vice Food, they did a really good how to eat sushi properly video. So you can check that out, but I'm going to do my own one, hopefully see if I can get behind the bar and behind the counter and see if I can actually make my own sushi by a master sushi chef. But I don't know, he might tell me to just piss off really, because I'm just some random gaijin, and he might just be like, no, I don't know who you are, go away. But we'll see. So that's another video that I've got in the works. So that's one. Like I said, I've got the driving in Japan one, still filming, still editing, so give me a little while to get that sorted. Pretty much, what else did I want to talk about? YouTube difficulties. Yeah, YouTube difficulties. So there are a lot of other Japanese vlogger people out there. I do have a question for you guys if you're still watching this. I do have a question. Who's your favorite YouTuber in general? Leave a comment, because I'm quite interested to know what other things people are into. So I love cars, and I'm from Australia, and there's a couple of dudes on YouTube, Mighty Car Mods. So if you're into your cars, check them out, because they just buy cars from Japan, do them up, make them awesome, take them on tracks, things like that. So they're kind of some of my favorite YouTubers. They've got nothing to do with Japan really, besides the car scene, I suppose, but I love that kind of stuff. I love my sports. I got my Japanese football jersey, so I gotta watch out. So I love soccer. I'm a massive soccer fan. So that type of stuff I'm really into. But firstly, who's your favorite YouTuber, just of all time? Secondly, who's your favorite Japanese J vlogger? That's something that I really want to know. I'm sure that most of you know and probably watch someone called Chris Broad from Abroad in Japan. And I'd love to know your thoughts on his, because I was actually watching a video by Tokyo Sam. Now, if you don't know who Tokyo Sam is, check him out, because he's an American who lives in Tokyo. He speaks pretty good Japanese, to be fair. Now, I don't want to tag Tokyo Sam in this, or maybe I do, I'm not sure. Tokyo Sam, your Japanese is amazing. Absolutely amazing. However, my girlfriend, who is Japanese, to be fair, she was watching one of your vlogs with me the other night, and she said the hardest thing that you need to learn, well, not you specifically, but just people in general, foreigners that come to Japan, is conjugation. She said occasionally your conjugation's a little bit wrong, but don't worry, because your Japanese is 50 times better than mine. So hey man, I fully respect you, but coming from a native Japanese speaker, she said that your conjugation can sometimes be a little bit odd, but I don't know if that's because of the dialect that you've been learning or something, but hey man, full respect to you. I'm going to keep watching your stuff. I actually contacted you the other day, and you replied, which was really nice, so thank you for that. The other YouTuber, the other thing, actually, yeah, let's talk about YouTubers. What I wanted to talk about with YouTubers who do, I'm going to say Japan related content, because that's what I make. I've noticed that, and I don't want this to sound like I'm complaining, and I don't want this to sound like I'm asking for handouts, because I'm not, even though it might sound like that, but you can make up your own mind what I'm trying to say. But I've contacted quite a few YouTubers who do this type of stuff, some big, some small. Not many are as small as me, because I've only got 1,000 subscribers, or not even yet. So if you are new, please subscribe. It will really help me out. That would be great. But I'm quite surprised that there are certain YouTubers that choose not to even respond to messages, and people that choose not even to acknowledge your presence with the stuff that you're doing. Now, admittedly, if I had 1 million subscribers, hypothetically, and then some person who was just starting out doing the exact same thing, who had 1,000 subscribers, sent me a message or whatever, not even asking for a shout out or anything, even just a collab at some point, I would think that I would look at their content to begin with, and I would say to myself, well, look, is it something that I could get behind? Is it something that I could help them with, encourage them with? But I feel like there's a lot of people that they just don't want to help out the little people. And I know that it's all about grinding, and it's all about getting it done. And I actually spent a weekend in Tokyo a couple of months back with Chris Broad from Abroad in Japan, and he was teaching us about how to do, pretty much it was like a 2-day workshop at one of the universities there about how to make a vlog, how to make it successful. And I think someone made a very, very good point when we were asking questions, and someone said the only problem is that, one, Chris Broad, he's had some sort of filmmaking background, so he's already studied it, and he already knows camera angles and camera types and this and transitions and B-roll and editing, and he already kind of has that down pat. And the second thing is the fact that someone said that because it's 2021, I think people expect that the film quality or the quality of YouTube videos nowadays to be at that film, I don't even know, the film production level. So when they see people like me who don't really have the confidence, the skills, obviously, I mean, no one's going to watch a video with someone that's got no confidence or no skills, but it just makes it twice as hard. I feel like when he started out doing YouTube, and you can go back and look at some of his videos from 8 years ago, and they're still really great, don't get me wrong, they are great, even the ones that are 8 years old that he filmed on his iPhone. But the difference is that he was the first one to do that, so he was very smart to jump on the curve and do that. But the other thing is the fact that because he was the first one to do that, there was no competition, so he jumped on that trend. And also the technology with cameras and editing software and things like that, it wasn't as advanced as it is now. So I'm filming this in only 1080p because I don't think there's any point really filming this in 4K, to be brutally honest with you, not something like this just walking down the street. But this is a GoPro, and I'd like to think that the sound quality, picture quality, besides my face here, is, it's pretty good. So I think it's, I'm not going to say it was easier for him, I definitely don't want to say that, but I feel like people nowadays, you can go onto TikTok, and TikTok videos are between 15 and 60 seconds, and people start scrolling after the first 3 seconds. So when someone looks at this and sees that it's 20 minutes long or 15 minutes long, they might look at the first 10 seconds and click off. Now, if you're still on this video now, then man, I can only thank you. I can only thank you for sticking with me. So when I went to Kyoto a few weeks back, unfortunately the footage was corrupt and the sound didn't work. So I've got some footage, I might add that in at some point, but there's no audio in half of it, and it's a bit terrible. But I went to quite a few of the most famous places in Kyoto, and I can't remember off the top of my head. It's the Bamboo Forest, and if you Google it, Bamboo Forest Kyoto or whatever you want to call it, you'll notice that there's all these Instagram photos, and it's all just amazing, and everything's been photoshopped, and there's people standing there looking at these massive 50-meter high bamboo trees, and it's incredible. And there's two old ladies looking at me, and they're standing right in front of me, so I'm going to cross the road because I don't have my mask on. But when I got there, it was actually smaller. The forest was actually smaller than I anticipated it to be. So from the beginning, if you walked around all the way to the end, back to the beginning again, it was probably less than 5 minutes. So I wish I could, konnichiwa. So I wish I could actually show, there you go, nice people. I wish I could have actually shown you guys the real side of it. I'd rather just make content about the light-hearted stuff, the stuff that I go through every day, my work, the COVID situation, travel, visiting certain restaurants, certain places. I'm planning a trip to, can I go through here? Well, I don't know, we're gonna try. You're gonna come with me? I'm planning a trip to Universal Studios in Osaka with Sayori in about 3 weeks. So again, I'm going to have my mask on, and there's, you know, COVID restrictions and things like that. But from what I've been told, that Universal Studios is open at the moment, but they've restricted the number of people that can come into the park every day. So I think that's a good thing, because I was told that because of that. Oh, Mr. Dog. So I've been told because of that, the lines for all the rides, they're like 10 minutes long, because there's like 3,000 people in the park designed for, you know, whatever, however many tens of thousands of people. So yeah, just line up for 10 minutes, go on all the rides all day, and then go home. And it's only going to be a day trip, so I'll film that. But yeah, there are things coming, but I work, you know, 40 hours a week, plus I study Japanese, I do online courses at night time. So yeah, I'm quite busy, and not unfortunately, but I live in quite a ruralish area that for me to even consider going to, say, Tokyo for a long weekend, or even just a weekend, going up there on a Saturday morning, say I left at a Saturday morning, it's 4.5 hours to get there by train from Hiroshima, and it's about, give or take, $180 each way. So that's $360 plus a hotel room for the night, call it 50, 100, whatever, plus food, plus whatever else. So for me to get to Tokyo to film with anybody that's willing to film with me, just to have a collab, it's going to cost me $500. And unfortunately for me, making zero money from YouTube, it's not always the easiest thing to try and get sorted. But like I said, there are people like Tokyo Sam out there that I'd love to do a collab with. There's people like Eric Surf, which I'd love to do a collab with before Christmas, hopefully. I'd love to try and do one with him. Yeah, people that live in Tokyo, they've got it, I won't say they've got it easier, because this is difficult to do, but they've got it good. They've got it better than people like me who live just in the middle of the countryside, that can't really get access to anything and has to really go out and plan stuff. But that's what it's all about. So you know what, I've just been walking for 24.5 minutes. I've just done a couple of laps of what are the odds of this? I've just done a couple of laps of the neighborhood. I don't know how far I've walked, probably not far, but oh my god, look where we are. We are back. We are back on the stairs. And now, if that's not fate, then I don't know what is. So that's a terrible angle. Oh, but now I can't sit down if I do this, but I'm gonna try. All right, so yeah, what's that? All right, so in conclusion, I'm going to be doing these weekly vlogs every week. I don't know what day. I'll figure out a day that I can probably film them on the weekend or an afternoon after work, and I'll try and get a regular upload schedule. And then chances are it will be a video, an exploration type video, or a video about Japan, not about me. It'll be a Japan related video every month, because I do have some things planned. It's just unfortunately with coronavirus happening and restrictions and not being able to travel and a whole bunch of stuff, you just can't go to many places. And again, I have a full-time job and the whole money thing, trying to afford places to go. But what I'm trying to do with my videos is that when I plan a trip somewhere, I do try and take the camera with me. So the USJ trip in a couple of weeks, taking the camera with me, that's really just a long weekend holiday with me and my girlfriend. But I'm going to try and film stuff to make it interesting for you guys. I've got a trip planned in Christmas time. I don't want to ruin it actually, so I won't ruin it, but I'm taking 4 or 5 days off and I'm flying somewhere in Japan. Yeah, I'm gonna go home and probably not edit this and just upload it straight away. So peace guys, thanks for joining me. I'm out. Enjoy the view.